I'm back here with another segment of short videos for our Yin Yoga fact. I actually brought my little Christmas cactus in with me, and I know I've been kind of neglecting it, and sure enough, one of my flower buds fell off, so that was kind of sad. Anyway, we have covered what Yin Yoga is, a little bit anyway, the three principles of Yin Yoga. We have covered who Yin Yoga benefits. And there are quite a few people, I would venture to say, that really can benefit almost everyone except for kids. And we have covered who, what. Okay, so now we're going to cover when. I guess that's all we covered so far. We're going to cover when. It's the perennial question when it comes to exercise, right? When should we do it? And of course, the standard answer is do it at a time that you're going to do it, and you're going to do it consistently. But backing up a little bit from that, Yin Yoga is best practiced when our muscles are cold, as opposed to most forms of exercise, actually. The reason for that is we're not elongating muscles. In fact, we're not trying to get into the muscles at all. We're trying to strengthen our joints, our fascia, our ligaments, our tendons. And that is best done with cold muscles, especially so that we don't overstretch those muscles. So that being said, when you first get up in the morning, that is a great time to practice Yin Yoga. I don't always do this. I actually, for myself, like a Kundalini style yoga in the morning. It's a more invigorating, more energizing style of yoga. Um, I am a Kapha type, and that refers back to Ayurveda. Basically, it means that I'm really good at sitting around. My husband might disagree with that, but the truth is, yes, I can sit for hours knitting, reading, working on stuff, and that doesn't bother me. I mean, it does eventually, but I've worked hard to overcome that tendency. Anyway, so for me, I find moving my body first thing in the morning, not intense cardio. I've tried that. For me, it doesn't work. It might for you. We are all an experiment of one, and I truly, truly believe that. So intense cardio in the morning, it doesn't work for me. Personal thing. I do like to sometimes practice Yin Yoga first thing when I get up on a day that I'm going to run. Yin Yoga isn't great to practice immediately after a hard workout or a run because, again, your muscles are already very, very warm. Um, and it's a little easier to go over your edge and overstretch your muscles. That being said, it does make a great recovery workout from your runs. So say an hour or two after you run, it makes a great post-run stretch, especially some of the longer practices. But I've got a lot of practices that are relatively short, 15 minutes, maybe a little shorter. Excuse me. And and even though they may be titled something else, like my sleep course, where they're all titled to get a great night's sleep, they work great for runners. They hit the spots that runners need. And that's another time that I actually like to practice Yin Yoga. When I run, sometimes I do it before I run, first thing in the morning, I always like to do a Yin Yoga practice right before bed. If you ever wake up and something is talking to you because of your run, you might try this and you might find that you feel a whole lot looser, a whole lot better the next morning. I find it really helps with any DOMS, as they call it, delayed onset muscle soreness. I just love practicing it right before bed on the days that I've run. And that's another reason to practice it before you go to bed to calm down. Yin Yoga is a very cooling, very calming practice. And so it sets you up for a really nice night of sleep. It stretches out the muscles that need to be stretched out. It helps to prevent soreness the next morning. And that's my thoughts on when you can practice Yin Yoga, which of course you can practice it at any time, like most any form of exercise. The time that works for you. I suggest noticing how you feel when you begin a practice. Notice how you feel when you finish that practice, and notice how you feel the next day. And from all of those things, you can figure out what works for you, because what works for me may not work for you. And thank you for joining me today to find out when the best time to practice Yin Yoga is. The answer is very simple, but of course nothing in life is really simple. If you like this video, please go ahead and click the like button. If you want to be notified when I have new videos coming to the channel, which are typically on Sunday, but I've been sometimes working a little harder lately, so sometimes they're sprinkled throughout the week. So if you want to be notified when there are new videos to view, please go ahead and click the subscribe button. And that also helps me reach more people, and we all love that. So thank you for this short explanation of when to practice Yin Yoga. And don't forget to go within, get still, and find that happiness and peace that is always available to you.